Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. I'm Ryan Bowling. Thank you all for joining me. Before I even start this article, I'm going to start off right now with a warning. Get ready. That's all I'm going to say right now. However, let me just give you a prelude about what I'm about to talk about. Apparently, a gang of moped riders, illegal immigrants, illegal migrants, illegal aliens, whichever one you want to call them, apparently in some type of an attempt to commit some armed robbery, dragged a 62-year-old woman down the street, and she ended up hitting a bike rack or something like that and was seriously injured. Let's get right into this article right here. You'll find out exactly what this is about. This happened in New York City, and this should be no surprise to anyone who understands the wokeness of New York City. But let's get right into this. A sophisticated criminal enterprise made up of newly arrived migrants living in New York City's shelter systems are terrorizing locals on mopeds, including a 62-year-old woman who was violently dragged across the pavement as thieves rode away with her belongings. Clyber Andrea, 19, and I'm not going to pronounce these are these illegals' names, so I'm not going to even try to pronounce them. Anyway, these two were arrested Friday in connection to the migrant gang that has been linked to at least, get this now, 62 separate instances of grand larcenies throughout the Big Apple, reports the New York Post. Wow. One of the most terrifying robberies allegedly committed by members of the group took place just 3 days after Christmas, when a moped-riding criminal brutally dragged Irina Pantaleva down Sheepshead Bay Road in Brooklyn. The New York Police Department released shocking video footage of the incident, showing the innocent woman flying into a metal bike rack. And I saw this, and it's pretty heavy, man. It's pretty bad. And then the article goes on to say how that this criminal gang is pretty formidable. It says sources also said that these two have already given up their boss in statements to investigators, so the NYPD hopes to catch him and other members of his ring soon. So this guy, these individuals that got arrested, they're giving up their boss's name and so forth because they're trying to protect themselves. Oh, wow. Other migrants police have connected to the groups include a slew of others whose names I'm not going to even try to pronounce. No offense. But the article goes on to say it is unclear if the migrants already in custody or known by police are the same ones suspected of assaulting the victim. All of them have previous grand larceny arrests for criminal activity, but all were free without bail before their court dates. And what's interesting, too, about this, too, let me go on further, is the fact that the victim is from Yugoslavia. And the gang members are not from Mexico. I think these gang members, these moped gang members, are from Venezuela. You know, so it's like it's not what people think. They're not all coming from Mexico, whatever. A lot of these illegals are coming from different countries all over the world. Now, I'm going to end the article there. You guys can read the rest of that article in the description box below Breitbart News, because I want to get right into my discussion and commentary on this, because it's pretty straightforward. You kind of probably already know what's coming. But let me add a little bit more to that. In case anyone doesn't know, okay, a war is coming. I've said that before, but not only have I said this, but other YouTube content creators have also said the same thing. A war is coming. It's not just going to be between Republicans and Democrats, because Republicans and Democrats have been warring against each other for decades. It's not going to be just liberals or far left liberals and conservatives, okay? But it is going to be against illegal migrants and American-born citizens. There is this clashing of cultures is coming at a head. Okay. And we're going to see more and more of this kind of activity on the rise. I hate to be pessimistic, but it's reality. We're going to have to prepare for war. It is what it is, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. You do the math. You know what I'm talking about. We're going to have to be, unless the borders are secured and this type of illegal migration is put at a limit, it's going to spill over into not just the woke cities and the woke states, which is where a lot of this stuff is coming from, these far left, liberal, progressive, woke places, but it's going to spill over into areas like red states and red cities. It's going to spill over because, let's face it, it's just like putting water in a glass. Well, you can keep, eventually the water is going to fill up to the point where it starts to overflow. Why? Well, simple enough. The glass can't contain the water for too long. It's going to break free. And the same principle, if these illegals from all different countries continue to come over here unmonitored, no one is looking to find out where these people come from. None of that. If they continue to pour over into this country unmonitored, it's going to get to the point where it's going to spill out of the woke cities and woke states and spill over into places that we could consider to be red states or red cities or places that don't have super high crime levels. It's going to spill over. And it's going to be hellish. Now, just recently, I didn't really listen to all of it completely because I already knew it was going to be a bunch of bull crap. Supposedly some bill was passed by the House, and I think they passed it to the Senate, but the Senate rejected it or something like that, or some kind of contention going on right now of some type of a bill that was supposed to be put in place that would secure the borders. First of all, as one commentator even said, you don't need a freaking bill to secure the borders. You already have that. When Biden made that statement, if Congress needs to do something about it, I would shut the borders right away. If Congress just do something about it, make a law. Biden, shut the HELL up. Just shut up, man. I know you're a victim and you a tool that these people are using, but don't make me say something I shouldn't say on YouTube. As a man of God, shut your freaking mouth. Shut the freaking heck up. The heck wrong with you? You don't need a freaking bill for that. Freaking secure the borders. It's simple. But he's not going to do that because he's a pawn in the hands of the people that created him. He's just a robot, so I'm not going to even talk more about him. I'm going to say something that I'm going to have to repent later on, so let's go move forward. The point is simple. It's pretty straightforward. If you don't secure the borders, okay, if you don't secure the borders, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Now, people can argue on this front that Trump is the only one that's going to save us. Now, I don't like to put it that way. I don't like to put all my apples in one bag in the sense that, okay, one man is going to save us. I don't look at it like that because being a man of God, ultimately, I understand that this is a spiritual battle that takes place in the realm that we don't see. Okay. But at this point, I'm speaking on a purely physical level here. Certain parameters have to be put in place to curb the hell that we're suffering in the spiritual realm, to keep it at bay, and that's not being done with the open borders. Now, let's get back with the situation with Eric Adams. Eric Adams had the meeting with the law enforcement, and after this incident took place of the dragging of this 62-year-old woman by this criminal moped criminal gang. And by the way, this is a highly organized gang, it says in the article, highly organized, right? He states in so many ways, Mayor Eric Adams says, we need to do something about it. Paraphrase words, we need to do something about it. Know this, that no matter where you come from, if you're committing crimes in our city, you're going to be investigated and it's going to be handed over to law enforcement. Forget about merely investigation. What you need to be saying, sir, is when you commit crimes here, you're going to do the time. Forget investigation. That's common sense. If a crime is committed, you're going to investigate it. That's common sense. What are you even talking about? Any true law enforcement agency would investigate a proposed crime. That's not putting any fear in these criminals. What they're going to be like, oh man, there's going to be an investigation put on me. No, you need to tell them you're going to jail and you're going to jail for a long time, and we're going to lock you in and throw away the key. I mean, like literally throw it with flush it down the toilet. You're going to do the time for the crime you committed. That's freaking attempted murder with that woman. But I wonder what's going to be the penalty for that. I wonder. What you guys are going to see is an increase in rage from American-born citizens. What you're going to start seeing is Americans on all sides. And I don't mean just black folks. And I don't mean that. No. It's going to be from all sides. And I'm seeing this. Blacks, whites, people that are, true Americans. I'm not saying that other people from other countries are not true Americans. But you get what I'm saying. Okay? I'm talking about the illegals. Okay? And legal people here. You're going to see an increase in rage and anger among American citizens. And they're going to start saying things and perhaps doing things to foreigners that are already here because they're angry and mad at the illegals coming here. You see, emotions are going to start spilling over. Now, you may say, well, Mr. Bolin, you seem to be angry. I am angry, but I'm angry at the politicians. I'm not angry at the illegals. I'm not angry at these illegal criminals. You want to know why? Because they're criminals. Well, why would I be angry with someone who naturally is who naturally commits crime? Why would I be angry with that person? This is a criminal enterprise. Why would I be okay? You that's what you do? Okay, fine. When you get caught, you're gonna do the time. I'm not angry with them. I'm angry with the no good pieces of crap politicians on both the left and the right. I know what they're doing. It's a bunch of bull crap. Anybody with brains can see just goes the freaking border. But they're not going to do that. You want to know why I believe they're not going to do that? Because it's money made, man. It's money to be made. I'm not going to go into the details on this channel. But it's money to be made, bruh. It's money to be made in all kinds of different areas. You close that up and they ain't going to get the money. On both sides, they're not going to get the money. They're not going to get the money. So I'm angry at the politicians. And Eric Adams, to sum this video up on this, Eric Adams is part to blame. Sitting up having a press conference talking about, well, you're going to suffer, you're going to be investigated, means nothing to the criminals, the illegal criminals. And means really nothing to victims that are being assaulted and robbed and raped and everything else by these illegal criminals. That means nothing. You're part to blame, Mr. Eric Adams, because you said that this is a sanctuary city. We're open. We're here to help you guys. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come to the light, Carolans. Come to the light. You said that, bro. You said that. That's why I cannot stand to listen to these politicians, these career politicians give press conferences. You give me no comfort because you a lying pile of excrement. And I'm not a dummy. I want real people in office. People who truly care for this country, for the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the Declaration of Independence. I want real people. And you can be a politician as long as you're real. But I don't trust the politicians no more. Be quite frankly, I don't trust them Negroes. I don't trust them. Any person I would trust, I could say somewhat with Trump. I believe he's sincere. That's why people turn him from these jerk off politicians and turn them to populist candidates. Okay, I've said that before. I say it here. That's why they turn into them, because they can't trust the politicians. Yeah, but that's what I wanted to say, man. I could go further with this, but this is insane. And it's a shame. And it's an embarrassment to our country. It's high time for American people to wake up. Don't let this boil over to the point where it becomes an actual war on multiple fronts. Could one argue that this is planned? I have said this before, that it's planned to some extent, but every plan that is initiated doesn't have to come to pass. A monkey wrench can be thrown in the plan and slow it down or stop it. I'm going to argue that Trump was the monkey wrench that was thrown into the plan when he first got elected. That was not supposed to happen. Now, I could be wrong about that, but in my opinion, I don't think I am. That wasn't supposed to happen. He messed up the plan. So when they got him out, they upped the ante. These progressives upped the ante. These communists upped the ante. These Marxists upped the ante. And now they're raising hell now, because they're like, we got to bring about what we're trying to bring about. And we can't let nobody hinder that. But hopefully, the American people will wake up and throw as many monkey wrenches in the plan as they can to disrupt this plan. Because if not, a war is coming. That's all I got to say about that. Well, what do you guys think about this insanity? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. See you again.